So we are on the way to the range where Skully, the famous Skully, is going to teach us how to shoot long range, because realistically I don't necessarily know much about shooting over 300 yards, because in hunting situations that's all I've needed, and I want to know more. And who better to learn how to do it from? Learn how to do it than from Skully.
One way to say it.
There's a couple ways to say it. Are you excited?
Hell yeah, I'm excited.
I'm pretty excited.
It'll be like the first time we've actually met, you know what I mean? Because last time we met, but we didn't talk.
Yeah, for sure. He is a very awesome guy.
And go somewhere and hunt or use it as its intended purpose. You want an adjustable bipod that has the ability to go up and down. Mm-hmm. But when you're collecting data, you want the lowest, tightest position you can get. So the more things that aren't moving, the more things that aren't adjustable, the better off you're going to be with getting solid data.
Okay. Now, what I can also do is I can fold those up and I can put it down on a bag. Is what I usually do.
I do all my zeroing off bags. I don't ever do it off of bipods because it's a variable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a variable. You can go either way though. It doesn't. Again, you got to figure out your system first.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did not want to bring my heavy ass sandbags. I only got some room in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up from Georgia.
Damn, I put the shit out of myself. Look at that son of a bitch. God bless. It's been a minute since I shot this one, so it might take a second to get on it.
Yeah, I've never shot this one at anything yet. I've just blasted it off at SOE, but I haven't actively tried to sight it in.
How many rounds is through it? You know?
Probably at least 100.
Okay.
Just a couple mags, not a ton.
Okay. Accurate guns. So if you're transitioning from gas guns, when I say gas guns to bolt guns, I mean anything that has a fucking $5,000 scope on it. If you're transitioning from gas guns to bolt guns, it's different than gas guns, meaning you can fire 10,000 rounds through your fucking gas gun and wipe the bolt off every time. With these guns, what you really want to do is every 100 rounds or every time you have a range session, clean that fucking barrel out.
Okay.
Because all barrels have anomalies inside of them. And so meaning there are, inside that gun, there are pores just like your face. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, what happens is when you shoot your rifle, copper jacket from your bullet gets scraped off and it fills those pores.
Gotcha.
So what happens is as you shoot your gun, it makes it more accurate. Okay, so it'll be more accurate as you shoot your gun. But over time, what ends up happening is those pores start to fill up and actually not become smooth anymore, become ridges within inside the barrel. And so it starts to degrade your accuracy downrange. At long range, a lot of people don't understand this because they're shooting at targets that are 100 yards away, and at 100 yards away,
it doesn't affect
a little bit, it still affects it. But remember, when we're talking long range, what we're doing is we're creating a deviation. So the further I shoot, the more natural deviation it is. So let's say the gun is a minute of angle. It'll shoot a minute of angle. So at 100 yards, what that means is every time the gun will hit a target that is 1 inch square. So every time that gun will hit a target that's 1 inch square. That's a minute of angle. At 900 yards, how big is the target now?
9 inches.
It's 9 inches. That means every time a bullet will hit within that 9 inches. That's pretty accurate. we can almost make a gun in the garage that'll shoot minute of angle now. Half minute, quarter minute. Those things are doable, but it's all expensive.
Yeah.
So you have to think of relative of what you're shooting. With a 308 gun, you can engage targets past 1,000 yards. 12, you can go 12. But now, again, if it's a 308 gun, it's a minute of angle. How big is my box now? My box is now 12 inches.
Yeah.
The problem is not my up and down, okay?
It's side to side.
My problem is the side to side. Why is my problem the side to side?
Because if you like the minute of angle is more than 12, there's a chance of you missing completely.
Okay. That's great paper theory, okay? But again, it's not, when I say minute of angle, it's not going to be, meaning if I'm shooting at the belly button, my bullet at 1,000 yards is always going to be hitting 10 inches high. It's a 10-inch box. Okay? The problem with side to side, with down there, is not the gun, it's the wind.
I
Okay.
was gonna say me and the wind.
Well,
The wind
you
is
are a
bad.
big problem, but when we're just talking gun, it's the wind. The hardest thing to do is be able to call the wind down there. If you're off by, think about it again, if you're off by 3 miles an hour at 1,000 yards, that 10-inch box can now become 20 inches.
Yeah.
And so you will start, what'll end up happening is, you'll start chasing the thing that you're never going to be able to fix because you didn't get the wind correct. That's the hardest thing about long range shooting. It's not the gun. We can get guns out here. I'm sure that you both probably have 5.56 guns that, with the right ammunition, the right wind call, 800, 900 yards all day long.
Wow.
It's the wind. The wind is the killer, okay? There are fundamentals in shooting. You have to do the fundamentals right because, again, at range, a cant in your rifle, a bad shooting position, and now that minute of angle just keeps getting bigger and bigger. That is also the reason why people want tighter shooting guns, why people will pay, fucking guns are $20,000 now, why people will pay that for half minute. Because if this system is not correct, they're hoping that system will compensate for it. That's why I don't like it when people go out and spend a ton of money on guns, because we can buy a minute of angle gun for $1,200 all in.
Yeah.
That gun is going to be able to shoot better than you can shoot anyways. So burn that gun out before you decide to spend.
Yeah.
Make sure you can shoot. Make sure before you spend money, you need to make sure that you can outshoot the thing that you actually have. 90% of the people out there can't do that.
Yeah, I definitely can't right
Like
now.
if you even world class, even world class shooters, if I tell you, not F class is different, but if I take regular long range shooters and I say, okay, hold a minute of angle out to 1,000 yards, they're not going to be able to do it.
Gotcha.
That's why when you see long range shooting, whenever you see long range shooting, the targets are always bigger than a minute of angle. They're never a minute of angle. When they're showing guys shooting 1,200 yards, that's not a 1,200 yard. That's not a fucking that's not a 12 by 12 target down there.
That's a sheet of paper.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
big
huge.
as hell.
It's a huge target. They're usually if it's a good long range course, they're usually going to be 2 minutes or sometimes 3 minutes of angle.
Okay.
But like when you see those, when you see the 3 mile shoot, the guys that are shooting 3 miles, that stuff, the fucking target out there is as big as that car.
Okay.
Because they just you can't do anything. You can't do anything about that divergence.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen over time, and so the further you're shooting, the bigger your divergence is going to be.
Okay.
All right. So if you guys grab those boxes
Yes, sir.
and go out there by that stand.
Is that 100?
That should be 100. I'm going to hit the boxes with the laser when we get out.
learn anything yet?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Need a better tripod. I bet you the tripod he said is like
Yeah, so
300 bucks?
No.
No?
Way more.
Way more?
So the Atlas tripod for guns, like you set a gun on,
Yeah.
they're like $1,500.
That's
And that was like the mid-range one. I saw one up to like 30.
that's double the price of my rifle.
Yeah, just for a big ass tripod. So I can only do the.
Alright, we should be right here. I can't even see the 1,000-yard target from here. It's way back in that tree line.
Yeah, I'll have to look through the scope.
There it is. It's white. Clear back there.
Okay, everything that you're not using, so your rifle ammunition, put it back there out of the way. And do you have a mat over there? Here. Here, just use a mat. 100 yards. 100 yards is where we establish. You don't need those yet, guys.
Okay.
You don't need your headphones. 100 yards is where we establish our base data. That's all we're doing here with this rifle. Is establishing the base data. Now, if you plan on shooting in competition, so if you plan on doing PRS, the 100-yard line is the most valuable yard line. Okay? If you plan on shooting long range, targets that appear to be man size, everything past 300 is important. Why is that important?
I don't know.
Just from a tactical perspective. So from we're just gonna look at guns themselves. From a tactical perspective, anything under 300 yards, you should be shooting with an AR-15.
Okay.
Because that is your biggest threat. So if I'm if I have a threat out there, that's, let's say there are bad guys out there, and there's a bad guy at 250 and a bad guy at 800. The 800 bad guy may be the priority, meaning maybe that's the master zombie. Okay, he may be the priority, but the 200-yard target is the threat.
Okay.
Because he's close. He's also within engagement range of most small arms, meaning if I'm out there at 300 with an AK-47, and I'm also at 800 with an AK-47, the 800-yard guy can't do shit to you. The 300-yard guy can fucking light your ass up.
Yeah.
So it doesn't do you any good to worry about that long-range target. The only problem is, again, if we're talking just sniping, the long-range guy might be the priority. So if I engage the short-range target, I might lose the priority. So whenever snipers operate, they operate in teams, and in that particular scenario, the spotter would be on target with the AR-15. You would be on target with the rifle. You would do a count. You guys would shoot at the same time. Both targets would go down. Okay, your body position is very important when you're shooting long range. What you want is you want the recoil to go down the axis of your body. You want it to go straight down all the way to your toes. Okay? So, whenever you're going to mount your rifle, I'm going to fuck you guys up a little bit because I'm left-handed.
Okay.
Okay? But whenever you mount your rifle, you want to go straight with your rifle, straight with your target, and get behind your rifle like you're going to do a push-up. Just like you're going to do a push-up. And then just drop right down. Okay? And then heels flat, a little bit shoulder width apart, and then you want to bring your rifle up, not in the pocket. The pocket, not directly in your shoulder pocket. You want it to be as center line as you can, so it's almost on the collarbone, okay? Almost on the collarbone. And so what I'm doing is I'm creating a straight line for that recoil to go through the body.
Okay.
Now, both of you, I see, are not using socks. Okay, rear bag is very important. You want to minimize the contact you have with the weapon as far as manipulation. Obviously, you want 3 points of contact for good platform, but when it's manipulation, when it's something that you have to use strength for, you want to minimize it. So meaning, if I'm here and I have to shoot that 100-yard target, I'm going to have to use my non-firing hand to hold the gun up, to keep it where I need it to go, right? What that's going to do is it's going to input movement.
Gotcha.
Even a little bit of movement. It's going to input movement. And when you grab the trigger and start to pull it, you're going to input movement without even realizing you're inputting movement. Okay? So what you want to do is you want to give yourself a position where instead of me using this hand to hold the gun up, I use this hand to hold the bag, okay? And so I can manipulate the gun with the bag by squeezing and relaxing without imparting anything to the gun. So see, I'm holding the gun, I'm holding the bag, the gun's not moving. I can raise it, I can lower it. It's still not moving. And even if I have a little bit of grip on here, if I'm squeezing it a little bit, the gun's not going to move as much as if I'm doing this.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm creating like a tripod with my hand. So always have a rear support. The problem that both of you guys are going to run into today is your bipods are too tall.
Yeah.
Would it be okay to go get my bag to use it? Put the
Like in the car?
bipods down? Like
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do too.
Yeah, that's what. Now, you have to, with what we're doing today, because we're getting data on your gun, what we're doing today is your front support and your rear support need to be as stable as possible. So this bag, I'm guessing, it's not bad, but you really don't want metal on metal contact. I don't know what's in here. And you don't want the bag to have a lot of flopping.
Movement, okay.
So, if you see some of the OIF stuff, we actually had backpacks made that had rails right here, so you can put the gun in between them.
Okay.
Use that hammer.
As long as the groupings are good, that's...
No, the groups are good. The gun shoots good. Hey, the fuck you get off your gun for?
Me?
Did you shoot 3?
Yeah.
All right, that's okay then. Okay, I need you to go. How are we doing this with your gun? You need to go. Give me 2 clicks left.
Okay.
Okay, now understand that the minute I tell you to shoot at a different target, everything changes.
Yes.
So, I want you to shoot at the bottom right target.
Okay.
Okay? Relax. Give me 1 good shot. You're hot.
Alrighty.
1 good shot. Take a deep breath and give me another one. Quit fidgeting. Okay. Give me 3 clicks left. Hey, 556. Let's go. Let's go bottom left target and just give me 3 good shots. Brandon, you hold.
Yes, sir.
Gun shooting good. Now that we have the right ammo. Hold on. Okay, on target.
Yep.
Fire when ready. Fucking dead center, my man. Give me another one. Take your time. Don't get cocky. Just let it squeeze in there.
Fuck that one up. I was breathing too hard.
All right, don't worry. You're still well within a minute of angle. Take your time. Relax.
Still want me to do more?
Yeah, give me another one.
Well, I was going dizzy on that one. I was holding my breath.
Well, don't hold your breath.
I know.
Let's just rotate the stop, but I don't necessarily know.
Wait a minute. Let me see.
Because that is the stop, but I don't know when to rotate the stop.
Okay, without seeing the manual,
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck with any of that. So right now, just bring this to 0. You got your cap?
Yep.
Good to go.
Hold on, boss. We're doing something here.
Oh, you good?
Little other magic going. You got a shell casing?
Yeah.
Move the stop. Yeah, because I shouldn't be able to. So technically, we're on 0 right now, right? I shouldn't be able to go down that far.
Okay.
There's my stop, right? My stop is at almost 22 minutes of angle,
Yeah, okay.
right? So
I could do that. I know how to do that.
wait.
I rotate it until the stop is right before it. So I could mess with that when you're doing it with him.
I'm going down 24 minutes of angle, right? There's no reason to do that.
Yeah.
So my down stop should probably be right. My down stop should be here.
Okay, I could do
Okay, but here's the other problem is if I go up, I'm stopping at 22 minutes. Wait a minute. I'm stopping at 22 minutes. That's not enough.
that. Okay.
You should be able to have 39 and a half, but I think, this is what I think. I think that when you, only because I don't know the scope, I think when you change the down stop to here, that your up is going to be more.
Yep,
Okay.
so I'll show you real quick. I do know how to do that. So all you would have to do is there's a little metal stopping piece on the, this is at 0, right?
Yeah, it's there. Don't let it turn.
Yep. So all we would have to do
Take that off. Yep.
is right here is the piece that stops it. So we just have to rotate this to where the stop.
Oh, okay. So the stop is there.
This bastard in, Brandon. Maybe I'm just being a weak bitch. It's fucking.
Let's go. Hey, you gotta force it. Something's wrong.
You got strong. It was super loose. Still didn't want to do it. Maybe I'm just fucking being retarded. Yeah, it's good. Man. What the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck?
He just loosened the other side.
I did too. Jesus Christ.
All right.